And we're back here at Shamrock Fighting Championships as we have Brandon Schehl taking on Trevon Crawford.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out our next bout of the evening. Out of the blue corner, Brandon Schehl.
Brandon Schehl making his way to the cage tonight. He is riding a 9-2 record coming into the cage. The high school wrestler trains out at Explosive MMA. He walks with the rights of Matt Hughes, UFC Hall of Famer. He says he comes and wrestles with me all the time, and it's got to be good to have somebody like that in your corner.
Of course it's good to have somebody like that in your corner. One of the best wrestlers ever fighting MMA. And Schehl wants to get this fight to the ground. You know, he made no bones about it. He wants to use his wrestling, thinks he's the better fighter on the ground.
He says that he feels that no one in his weight division can out-wrestle him. He says his only losses have come by way in the stand-up. He came through, he worked his submission game for this fight. He says, I want to make my grappling even better.
He's very big for the weight class also. So if he gets you down and gets on top of you, he's hard to get off.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight out of the red corner, Trevon Crawford.
Trevon Crawford making his way to the cage tonight by way of the Danger Room. Now, Trevon Crawford is one of those very heavy-handed strikers. He looks to be quick and use that strength to take it to Brandon Schehl. Now, Crawford told me that he feels he has better techniques coming into this, and he feels that that is going to be what it takes. As we get ready here for our tale of the tape, Brandon Schehl, 24 years old, 6 foot tall, 155 pounds out of Hillsboro, Illinois. Trevon Crawford, 26 years old, 5'7", 154 pounds out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is definitely a striker versus grappler match.
Yeah, one of our favorite matchups we have here at Shamrock FC. We always love the striker versus grappler matchup to see which fighter can implement their game and if either fighter really works for their game to try and win it.
Crawford told me that he feels that his technique is what's going to take it. He says that I am much more well-rounded. Schehl may be a better wrestler, but I'm the better MMA fighter.
You know, and if that better MMA fighter can get up from a takedown or two or defend a takedown or two, that really gets in the head of the wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by Low T St. Louis. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 6 feet tall, weighs in at 155.2 pounds, Brandon Schehl. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighs in at 154.5 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Trevon Crawford.
Referee Mike Anglin has the call for this fight in the Shamrock FC lightweight division. And boy, Brandon Schehl does not look like a lightweight.
Yeah, he is big. Like I said earlier, he is very big for the 155-pound weight class. Looks like referee Mike England wants to clean up a little water in the corner of Crawford.
Always good. Don't want the fighter slipping here. Fighter safety at the utmost importance. Here we go. No touch of the gloves. Crawford immediately comes out swinging.
And Schehl goes right into the clinch, right where he wants to be. Puts Crawford's back on the fence. He's going to try and work him to the ground from here.
Schehl is being very heavy trying to work that high crotch single.
Crawford looks like he's grabbing for a guillotine. If Schehl takes him down,
Crawford
he's
is
a
going
pass.
for a ride. Oh my goodness!
Huge slam from Schehl. Right
Steps
into
over
the
the
mount.
mount. Brandon Schehl is on top, literally raining down the shots here. This should be the wrestler's specialty of the ground and pound.
Yeah, Crawford is trying to avoid as much damage, but he's not trying to escape the position. Eventually, Schehl is going to posture up just like he's doing. Start landing big punches. Now Crawford gives his back. Schehl wants to flatten Crawford out and start pounding away, and eventually usually the fighter either taps, gets stopped, or gives up the rear naked choke.
Kevin, this is amazingly reminiscent of watching Matt Hughes beat on people.
The fight was stopped. Crawford's doing a little complaining about punches to the back of the head. But when you're on all those punches are legal. All you're looking at is about 3 inches on the back of the head that you cannot hit. As long as you're close to that ear, it's a legal punch.
What a slam there from Crawford, or from Schehl, to set up that ground and pound.
Yeah, he went high crotch. Crawford was defending. He used it just to get up.
And as we see here at the end, he is just absolutely pounded out as he hits Crawford flat.
Yeah, he's got Crawford flattened out, and Crawford is not defending himself. You know, holding your arms up over your head and taking punches is not intelligently defending yourself. You have to try and escape the position, or the referee is going to stop it every time. They tell you that in the rules meeting. Referee Mike England with a good stoppage.
So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 1 minute and 22 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Brandon Schehl.